Hey everybody, I'm Drew.
And I'm Vince.
And welcome back to some Zero Time Dilemma. Let's go ahead and pick up where we left off.
Executing Force Quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure we all saw that one coming.
Oh no!
Can't honestly say I'm
The
surprised.
hell? What is this?
Hey, answer me! What's with that announcement?
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the Force Quit program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Then what can we do?
I will tell you two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
Oh, no!
Why would you?
Gab!
No.
Gab's been...
He almost made it through every timeline.
Gab?
Oh, right?
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding. There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
You monster!
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had two things to tell us.
I have the ability to mind hack,
We already know that.
but I've not told you everything about it. Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking.
We know.
It only lasts a moment, but I am able to control someone's body as I wish. Like this.
Oh, shit.
Eric, why?
He just said, didn't
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now. This is my power. So, let's begin. Your final decision game. You have two choices. One, to stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other is...
Oh,
Too slow.
too bad.
Hey, what's the other option? What's the other option?
Leave.
Well, how do they leave?
They could blow up the door to the decontamination room again.
Do they have enough time for that?
I don't know.
5 minutes.
Probably not.
Well, what should we do? What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now?
Mira? I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on. Like jumping to another history?
But Eric and I...
I'm sure it will be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
First, you need to be exposed to danger.
Check.
And the other one is...
To be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
Double check.
I get it. We'll resonate.
and then Mira and Eric can.
But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
And we can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Then we need to jump to where all of us are alive.
When we're all alive.
Do you know what history that is?
Do you mean...
Ah,
That's
when he let them go.
That's why it's
The
not
history
finished yet.
Where we won the coin toss.
3 minutes until explosion.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea.
What are you saying?
As good as we're gonna
There's
get.
no way we could do that.
Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places.
Oh, now you have a problem with that?
Oh, Carlos, you've done it like 7 times.
You've literally killed yourself like
Die without knowing why.
7 times.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
Mira, you're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider...
Seriously, this whole thing rings like really hollow because they've been doing this the entire goddamn
We
game.
assume that we here are the
Like,
Yeah.
just
then
now it's a big
the us and the
decision.
other
Like,
history are
I'm
essentially
sorry, I'm calling
strangers.
bullshit.
Even more of a
It
reason not
is
to.
an unfortunate fact,
If we
but
shift to that history,
the end of this
we're
game
tossing the others under the bus
really
to
just
save
falls
ourselves.
apart. Like,
The us
it's
in that
really,
history
really
have done
solid
nothing wrong.
for the first like 90%, and then it's just like,
You could say the same for us. The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go through so much shit. We've been forced.
Yeah, it's
to
a pretty
put
big
our
double
lives
standard.
on the
Yeah.
line.
it's just
Besides, Aren't the bodies
it's
in
a real
the
shame. You
histories
can tell
ours anyway.
that they like
And why should
ran
we
out of
second-guess
money
ourselves?
for this game
Huh.
at a certain
Mm.
point.
Yeah.
1 minute until explosion.
We're out of time. I'll say it again. We have 2 choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
So that's what that bastard meant. The final decision game.
Alright, do the crap ending first.
Yeah, let's get this one out of the way.
Yeah. Nah, that's cool. We'll just all die together. And get nothing done.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
This too is fate. Okay.
I think all the files just unlocked.
Oh, okay. That doesn't seem like that's... I'll just go back to the shift or not shift decision.
Okay. You hit shift though, right?
I hit don't shift.
Oh! Oh, well, no wonder why it hasn't happened yet. I thought you had already hit shift.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Oh.
But that's why I was getting the crappy ending out of the way first.
Yeah, okay. I just, for some reason, I thought you had done that and then went back and did the...
Nope.
Okay.
I was about to, and you stopped me.
Yeah, sorry.
Sure. It was just misleading because there wasn't a branch, but it just unlocks another fragment. Okay, it just takes you directly here.
Now it's there.
There we go.
Okay.
Damn, I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but...
Someone?
What kind of bet?
Did we all forget what happened?
Hey, could I ask all of you something? Who is this kid?
Did we do it?
Certainly seems that way.
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time.
But you're outside,
Judging by the
like...
position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
Then we really did.
Must have worked.
Life is unfair.
Uh-oh.
Don't you think?
But Gab's okay.
You
bastard.
17 years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow path in the park. If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did. Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
So, what's the big deal?
Would you just quit talking nonsense?
I'm so glad you were safe.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
And my crime?
Murder.
Murder? I see. But I haven't killed anyone. Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died. I strongly doubt the police would listen.
But in the other histories, you...
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind-hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person from the one before you. Can I be charged for killing someone in another history? If so, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all.
Well, that's
You've slept for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer.
Wait, what?
Loaded into a truck and taken away.
They were loaded into a truck.
Sean is able to move right now
Okay.
due to radio
there you go.
signals received
Yeah.
from a satellite. Why? Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died. Phi and I exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6. There is only a bright future ahead for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
Technically true. It feels kind of crappy still.
Also, did you forget about the terrorist?
According to you, all of
Yes.
mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
A religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Phi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct, over 6 billion dead.
I enjoy that he's looking at the
No.
camera when he says that.
You're wrong, Delta.
Yeah.
Nothing in the future has been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Huh. You said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
Mira. You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events that occurred?
Ah, now
in
we
the
get to the
shelter?
crux of the issue.
You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind. It's all going according to plan, without a single casualty.
I kind of feel like that's some crap reasoning. Like, I feel like if they had been told that there was some terrorist gonna kill everybody, they still probably would have been like, yeah, we'll stop that.
Are
Like,
you angry that your life was played with?
Yeah, I mean, you could also
Very
argue that
I will give all of
their
you
conviction
one
is a
last
lot
choice.
stronger
I suppose.
now than if they had simply been told.
I suppose.
Oh, we get one more decision after the
With
final
that gun
decision?
there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide. Which shall it be? Pull the trigger or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line. This is the decision game.
But nope.
Ha ha.
We don't get to decide because Delta said he wouldn't use mind hacking.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, every decision has actually been Delta deciding in mind hacking.
So, that's our game.
That was Zero Time Dilemma.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do the old...
Postmortem?
1 to 10.
1 to 10?
1 to 10. Having played through it now twice, or I guess seen it, what would you say?
That's a tough call. I really liked 999 and VLR. I would definitely give those two games 10s out of 10. As for this game, though, I would probably say a 7 or an 8. I feel like it had, like I said, the first 90% of the game was really solid and really good. But there are a lot of unanswered questions still. What about the other characters from 999? Remember that whole thing at the end of VLR where it's like Clover and Alice were talking about being sent back in time and Schrodinger's cat? Nothing. Remember the whole thing with Kyle at the end and how it was actually question mark? Nothing. Completely dropped.
Yeah.
There's just... And I just kind of feel like I've said, I have problems with the presentation with the cutscenes because of the animations. I have problems with the fact that the teams didn't crisscross more. So I don't know. There were a lot of really good things about the game. And especially in the middle of the game, it was really tense as much as the other games and kept you going just as much. But I just feel like the ending was kind of a letdown. So I would say I'll say 7.5.
Yeah. I would go with an 8. But I mean I agree with all the points you made. You can definitely tell that this one had a reduced budget, and I don't know if we've said this on camera, but the director/creator of the series was not as directly involved in this game, as he didn't write the entire game as he did with the other
so
two.
he actually, I don't think we did say this on camera, I think he only wrote the scenarios for D Team. I think C and Q teams were written by other people. I don't know if they were interns or just other writers or what, but they were other people.
I'm sure they weren't interns, but yeah, the dialogue and the scenarios themselves were not written. I'm sure they had notes and the overarching plot was discussed, but but yeah, and like you said, you can tell that he didn't get a chance to resolve a lot of the plot points he brought up in VLR. And also, the quality of animations, I mean, I can forgive it to an extent, but in some places it did kind of detract
definitely.
from the experience as a whole.
So, I don't know. Like I said, 7.5. There's a couple of interesting theories, though, about that whole decision at the very end there. There's a theory that's so let's say your car got stolen, and see if I found this on Reddit, so I have to see if I can remember it right. But let's say your car got stolen, and you went back to the past to try and prevent your car from being stolen. Well, what do you think you would do in that scenario to prevent it? And one answer is steal it yourself. So that way, you stole the car. So, following that, Delta, perhaps, knowing that this terrorist was going to be out there that kills all of humanity, goes back in time, or sort of, but basically gives Carlos the option to kill him, implying that Delta himself is the terrorist. And basically, when he gives Carlos the choice to kill him, he's creating a timeline where humanity does survive by doing that. Which I really like that theory.
Because it goes back to the whole idea of never being able to use time travel to change the future.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool little thank you there.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody is aware, but there was a good chunk of time where this game had been canceled and was not going to be made.
Yeah.
Which made me very sad, being the third part of a trilogy.
Yeah.
Of a series of games that I liked very, very much.
Same here.
But yeah, it's a very cool interpretation.
Yeah.
So like you have to make sure the event that inspires you to time travel still takes place. Yet somehow still changing it for the better.
Yeah. So that's a theory there. I have a personal pet theory, and this is just one, I may have seen it somewhere, but this is my theory, that question mark at the end of VLR actually is Delta. Who, even though he said he couldn't shift, I think somehow it happened to him, like, maybe without his consent or whatever, or what, but somehow he shifted and was at the end. Because, like, Delta is sort of supposed to be the player as well. And it was implied that the question mark at the end of VLR was the player. So, that's just... yeah.
Yeah, oh, here we go, the other Phi. She became a brilliant scientist and worked at a research facility in the U.S. well into her hundreds. Was researching the transporter, and that's where the Phi from 1904 is sent. That would be really awkward if old Phi was there when young Phi showed up again.
I think not only that, but I think the implication there is that old Phi is one of the old researcher couple who raised Phi. Wibbly wobbly!
I don't think that... Maybe, but I don't know.
I'm actually like 100% positive that's the implication.
Okay.
Like,
I just feel like that's too old to be raising a child. But
I mean, Delta is 124 and he's pretty spry still.
Yeah, that doesn't really.
It's whatever.
Okay.
So we got a
time
nice
for a little bit of epilogue. Yeah. Okay, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
Radical 6 is not actually the cure for Reverie Syndrome.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing I meant to mention. Fanatic Bio R being the antidote for Radical 6. Because there's a religious fanatic.
Uh-huh.
I think the implication is that there isn't actually a virus called Fanatic Bio R. I think it's just cute little thing. And the mortality rate was 100%. Just
Yeah. Interesting. Of course. He's reading his vows.
Yeah.
Oh, not quite. He's writing a thank you letter. This is silly.
Yeah.
It's on her left hand now.
Yeah.
So what's up with Sean, Eric, and Mira? Aha. Oh? Did she get a heart? They found the Wizard of Oz after all.
Yeah.
Yet.
The crimes you did.
In another universe. Oh.
So I guess the implication, or maybe one possible answer to the question, was that Akane knew about the transporter, which she would have in VLR, and that's how Clover and Alice would have gotten back. But, you know, they just never explored that.
It's true.
But I guess that's a possibility.
Okay.
But yeah.
So Mira becomes at least somewhat rehabilitated.
Yeah.
And travels back in time to stop her younger self from...
Yep.
But then that would create a timeline where none of the events of this game happen, and then... I don't know.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly. Also, apparently
Human
D-Team doesn't
extinction.
get an epilogue. They just don't get one.
No.
That's kind of shitty.
That's actually poopy.
Yeah.
It's really poopy.
But yeah, so I don't know. Part of me, like, the door is definitely open for a fourth game if they wanted to do that, but I doubt it.
I doubt it'll happen.
Yeah.
I feel like this one wrapped it up well enough.
There are so many more things they could have touched on. It just, I don't know.
Yeah, but like not enough for a full game.
They could make one. They're not. They could. They're not going to, but they could.
No.
But
I'd almost rather just see a new series along the same veins.
Yeah, I would definitely be down for that. I want more.
Well,
but
at any rate, this has been Zero Time Dilemma.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Next time, we play something else.
Alright, see you guys.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to click that subscribe button to stay current on all things Duplay. If you really like us, why not support us on GameWisp? We've got lots of awesome rewards for our subscribers, including early access to our videos and exclusive content. Thanks. Catch you guys next time.